who have attained the grounds can, through their constant mental control, take rebirth in worldly existence as they wish. Why then would they not become rulers of the entire world with dominion over the welfare of sentient beings? By taking birth as lords of the 4 continents and so forth, they accomplish the well-being of others. They are like a wish-granting jewel, a wish-fulfilling tree, and a fine pot of treasure.
Question: What is the result of doing bodhisattva deeds? Answer: the inconceivable features of a peerless supramundane Buddha's power. The Mimamsakas and others, who lack conviction with regard to this, say the Tathagata is not omniscient because of being a person, like any common man on the road. This is inappropriate. Are the subject and predicate, to which your reason is applied, one or different? In the first case, the Tathagata is unsuitable as the subject, because subject and predicate are one, just as a pot cannot be its own attribute. In the second case, the Tathagata is also unsuitable as such, because subject and predicate are different and resemble in all respects a pot and a woolen cloth. Similarly, because of being asserted as inherently existent, if the reason and thesis O are inherently one, they should be inseparably one, and if they are inherently different, they should be unrelated. Thus in both cases they will not be that which is to be understood and that which enables understanding. Furthermore, the subject, the sound of the Vedas, is not permanent, non-produced, self-created or valid because of being sound like a madman's utterances. Also you are not Brahmins because of having hands like fishermen. There will be many such unwanted entailments for you.
Therefore, just as the excellent features of an effect are seen to arise through the special features of its cause, the existence of omniscience, too, can certainly be accepted. Among exceptional and excellent things, some which are particularly excellent are seen even in this world. The Brahmin caste is seen to be the most excellent caste, the peak of existence, the most excellent state of rebirth, Mount Meru, the most excellent mountain, and the universal monarch, the most excellent of kings. Thus you should realize that superlative awareness, the inconceivable power of Tathagatas, definitely exists, because of the stores of merit accumulated by Bodhisattvas over 3 countless eons. Moreover, you should accept this proof of omniscience established by reasoning without depending on scriptural citations.
The assertion that the Buddha's body is not the Buddha, being a contention of the Mimamsakas, should be thrown out like a gob of spittle. The analogy of how 100 jars of oil were acquired with the help of a monk is as in Candrakirti's commentary. A learned monk put up in a poor man's house. The poor man provided bedding and oil to massage his feet. Hearing of the monk's presence, the administrator of the district visited him and respectfully asked if there was anything he could do. The monk told him to give the man in whose house he had spent the night 100 jars of oil. Question: Why are most people afraid of the great vehicle and uninterested in attaining Buddhahood?
Answer: It is because of their weak conviction. The ignorant, whose minds are untrained, feel afraid of the very profound teaching of dependent arising free from inherent production with the feasibility of all actions and agents. Similarly, those whose conviction is weak feel afraid of the marvelous, profound and extensive teaching of the great vehicle and of the superlative power of a Buddha. It is like King Sarupa, who had no faith in monks. King Sarupa, a householder, saw an ascetic who lived like a deer copulating with a doe, which made him lose faith in monks. He thought that if ascetics who endure suffering had not stopped the urge for sexual intercourse, how could the Sakya monks, living in great comfort, have done so? He was afraid to let monks into the women's quarters and prevented them from being part of the queen's retinue. His elder brother, the wise King Asoka, subdued him by threatening to have him put to death. The summarizing stanza: this is the 5th chapter of the 400 on the yogic deeds, showing Bodhisattva deeds. This concludes the commentary on the 5th chapter, showing Bodhisattva deeds, from Essence of Good Explanations, explanation of the 400 on the yogic deeds of Bodhisattvas.
Commentary to Chapter 5 by GESHE SONAM RINCHEN. The inconceivable activities of Bodhisattvas, who are motivated by love, compassion and the altruistic intention in all they do, are distinguished by 6 excellent features. If we bear these in mind and try to integrate them as far as possible, the quality of our own everyday actions will be transformed. Bodhisattvas' actions have an excellent basis, rten, in that they are motivated by the wish to attain enlightenment in order to help others with total efficacy. They are performed with the excellent objective of impartially helping all sentient beings to find temporary and ultimate happiness. Whatever bodhisattvas do is intended as an excellent purification, of the obstructions to liberation and omniscience by counteracting them. The excellent means, thabs, accompanying whatever they do, is the understanding of emptiness. In each activity, they employ the excellent conduct, spyod, of incorporating the practice of all the perfections, and conclude by making an excellent dedication, bngo, for the happiness and unsurpassable enlightenment of all sentient beings.
By cultivating unselfishness and the wish to benefit others as fully as possible, while recalling and trying to practice these excellent features which alter our normal perspective, we prepare to become bodhisattvas ourselves. Since the mind plays a pivotal role, the ultimate value of our activities depends on the attitude with which they are performed. Intelligent action based on a good intention increases our store of positive energy and has a beneficial effect on others. Bodhisattvas can act unselfishly without difficulty, but when we attempt to emulate them, we should at first be prudent, taking into account our own capacities and circumstances. In this way we avoid the possibility of regretting a positive action performed impulsively, for such regret is very detrimental. Instead, what we do should be based on a realistic assessment of our capabilities. Meanwhile, we should inspire ourselves to become more courageous and unselfish by imagining that we are doing for others what we find too demanding at present. If practiced continuously, this kind of mental training can have a profound transformative effect.
When helping others, their inclinations and aptitudes must be taken into consideration, since we can only hope to benefit them if what we do or say is attuned to their needs and personalities. Thus, intelligence and empathy are essential to establish what is relevant. Since bodhisattvas are willing to take any form, no matter how humble, to help others, we should also be prepared to adopt an inferior position when necessary. Willingness, a cheerful expression and gentle speech lend grace to our actions and make others feel valued. We should avoid actions that we find disturbing and upsetting when done by others, and behave in ways that from our own experience we know give joy and happiness. By doing what we can at present and making heartfelt prayers to be capable of more ambitious actions for others' sake in the future, we grow stronger and more courageous.